Right, 15 May 2025, and today is another day. I'm going to be giving you an update of all the trending news that is taking place in our country. And today we continue with what is going to be happening regarding 2030. So 2030, vanenge vachiripo. That is what is happening right now. Mnangagwa has not stopped. Mnangagwa is continuing with the 2030, and we have now entered a new phase that we are going to be covering for the next few months. We have almost finished this phase of Mdarageza. We are just about to see everything coming together, and Mnangagwa is about to make his move. So the move that Mnangagwa is making is to do with Sengezo Tshabangu and the CCC. So most of you did not get the game plan when Sengezo Tshabangu came onto the scene. But now it's becoming clear what Mnangagwa plans to do. As I said last week, Mnangagwa plans to appoint Sengezo Tshabangu as the Vice President of Zimbabwe, and Tshabangu will then assist Mnangagwa to go to 2030 by forming a GNU similar to the one that was formed with Morgan Tsvangirai. So for the next 2 years, after when we're supposed to have elections, Mnangagwa is going to continue with the opposition of Tshabangu as the Vice President. And you can clearly see that Chiwenga is not in that plan that they have got. So today, if you go to the Newsday newspaper, you're going to see that the spokesman for Sengezo Tshabangu has confirmed that these discussions are underway, and whatever other factions of the CCC say is their opinion. They can talk what they want, but that is not what is happening. What is happening is that Mnangagwa and Sengezo are busy right now working on a GNU, and that GNU will result in 2030. So an extension to 2030 of Mnangagwa's term, and an extension of every MP and senator, so that they can go up to 2030. So go check out that story in the Newsday newspaper. That is happening. Sengezo Tshabangu is well set to become the Vice President of Zimbabwe if that happens. Can you believe that this man came from Norway and is just about to become your Vice President of Zimbabwe? Very important. And the checkmate, or the move that is going to come from the other side, which is Chiwenga. Chiwenga is next in line. If Chiwenga does not move, this is going to happen. So we now expect a move from Chiwenga to stop this plan by Mnangagwa. So Mnangagwa has stopped singing 2030 Vanenge Vachipo, but Sengezo is now working on the actual plan. So they are done with the high-level talk and the shouting of slogans. They are now putting Sengezo, and Sengezo is the one who is now going to work on this. He has already written a proposal to Mnangagwa, and very soon you are going to see it. It's going to be a vote in parliament. There is not going to be any referendum or anything of that sort. So it is going to be a direct appointment of Mnangagwa to go to 2030. It's going to just turn around and say, it is Sengezo who came up with the plan. It's not me. So very important. Go check it out inside of the Newsday newspaper. This is what is happening in Zimbabwe. Very important. And as I said, we're going to be covering this almost on a daily basis going forward, because what's coming is going to come very quickly. This is not going to take long. It's going to be very, very quick. And you're going to see Mnangagwa sitting there and pretending as if he's not part of it. But Mnangagwa is certainly part of it. He wants to go to 2030. He wants to finish Rababala's interchange. That is what he wants to do, Mnangagwa. So let me quickly run through other stories so that we can understand what's going on. So key events for today, Mnangagwa is going to be returning from Belarus. So I expect Mnangagwa back today or tomorrow. So that is Mnangagwa. I don't really know the itinerary over there, but I'll let you guys know. Yesterday, Mnangagwa met with the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, and they signed a number of deals. So these deals that are being signed, they make no sense. They are very small deals, and you can see many guys from the Zimbabwe government over here. Belarus, I don't have much to say about them. They are not really a player. So the biggest player is going to be the United States of America in Zimbabwe. You're going to see that when you eventually have a good government in Zimbabwe, the USA is going to play a big part. If you don't do anything with the USA, you're just wasting your time. There is nothing that can do without America. America's economy is doing very, very well. If you saw what happened in South Africa yesterday, when there was a deal between China and the USA, the JSE went to an all-time high. That is how important the United States is, the economies in Africa. President Trump's coming has changed the way that the Americans have influence on any economy. So anything that happens in America is got a big impact. So all this Belarus, whatever, it's a waste of time. Mnangagwa will eventually realize it, that he's wasting his time. Then let's go to a few other stories. Let me see what else is happening. Herald newspaper. Let's go to H Metro newspaper. So H Metro, my favorite newspaper. Every morning I read it. So today they are leading with a very important story, very interesting story. So the two people that you are looking at here is Nyokayemabhunu and her husband. So Nyokayemabhunu is 50 years old. So this is a very interesting story. Do you see how beautiful she is? She is a member of Zayoja. And her husband next to her, they just got married. They met in October 2024. And the interesting thing that has been revealed by the H Metro newspaper is that at 50 years old, Nyokayemabhunu has never had a boyfriend. She has never, at any point, slept with a man. At 50 years old. So that is the story in the H Metro newspaper. Latwo, this guy is working very hard. Latwo is doing very well. So go check out the story. And their friend, Evelyn, do you see how pretty she is? She's also a virgin at 50 years old. So guys, Kadaurgo Harare, you know what to do. Evelyn is around. Look how pretty she is, a member of Zayoja. So in Zayoja, there is a rule. Zayoja is a church in Zimbabwe. There's a rule that you go kunonzi kumasofa. Before you marry anybody, you go kunonzi kumasofa. I don't claim to know what is happening there. But what happens is that before you get married, you cannot sleep with anybody in that church. So that is what has happened. And this is a leading story inside of the H Metro newspaper. Go check it out. It's amazing. I love it. And the man next here, I think it's called Stanford. He's got 5 children. His wife passed away. And he was assisted to get this wife by his uncle. So he actually sent an uncle to negotiate everything. And then she agreed. They went to Kumasofa. It took 6 months. And she says, Nyokayemabhunu says, he could not understand this rule from the church. That he had to wait 6 months. So amazing stuff. Go check it out. And big ups to all the guys from Zayoja. I want to join your church very, very soon. It's amazing. I like it. Especially after what my good did. I'm starting to respect Zayoja. They don't play with this Gananda. Right. I think I've covered that. Let's go and look at Mdarasa Nyatwe. Mdarasa Nyatwe is enjoying his new job at the Ministry of Sports. And he has introduced a uniform. So Mese Mapinda Army. Mdara Sanyatwe has introduced a national dress. Yesterday he was showing off the national dress. So what I like about Mdara Sanyatwe is his wife, Chido Sanyatwe, she's got a Facebook page, very active page. So if you go there, you're going to see everything that he does over there. So that's amazing. Honorable Chido Sanyatwe is a friend of mine on Facebook. I don't know her in real life, but she's amazing. Check out the pictures that she's posted. Mdara Sanyatwe at the new ministry. This man, you haven't heard the last of him. He's going to do very, very well. So Mdara Sanyatwe, he is probably one guy who takes anything that comes towards him and works with it. This is amazing. This is the national dress. I like these ladies. Who is the lady on the left? And the one on the center. This is amazing. This office is called the Ministry of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture. So check it out. Amazing stuff from Mdara Sanyatwe. From the gun to a tennis racket. And you can make it work both sides. It doesn't matter where you put him. So very interesting. You can look at it from Honorable Chido Sanyatwe. She is the wife of General Sanyatwe. Right, now let's go to, I'll go to the newspaper later on. I want to go to South Africa. A lot is happening in South Africa. And we want to start with Itala Bank. So Itala Bank was closed in January. And there has been a court order. Last week I told you that the court order said the bank must reopen. And yesterday, the premier of the KZN, Tami Ntuli, has asked the councils and the provincial government to bank with Itala Bank. So Itala Bank, very important because it's a region, it's a bank from the province, and many rural people in KZN depend on this bank. However, the law of South Africa does not allow provincially owned institutions to register as banks. So Itala has been working on an exemption certificate, which expired in 2023 and was not renewed because the bank failed to meet certain requirements from the Prudential Authority to be registered as a bank. So they were planning to register a bank. In fact, a lot of guys that I know got jobs here at Itala for the new bank. Unfortunately, it didn't work out and the bank never opened. But Itala Bank, very important. And I don't know how they're going to do this, but they need to make Itala work. It needs to work. Itala Bank is a very important bank. But the law does not allow it, even the depositing of money from the councils and provincial government, it's not allowed. But they have to make it work because this bank is so important to the region. And then obviously, there's a big story that Westpac was closed. Westpac was put under business rescue last year, 2024. They've now found a buyer. The retail sector in South Africa is brutal. And Westpac, one of the biggest retail chains, was put under business rescue. And they found a buyer saving 1,100 jobs. So this is something that has come out today and is trending. Then in the councils, in the Johannesburg City Council, the man you're watching here is called Dr. Tinashe Mushayanyama. He's trending in South Africa because he was appointed in an acting capacity at the Joburg, the city of Joburg, and the DA is going to court to say all these acting positions, they're challenging them. Someone cannot be acting for more than 3 months, and they want these guys to get out. However, Dr. Mushayanyama is popular because he's a Zimbabwean and is in that position. And there is now a mixture of factors to say, some people are saying, why is he in that position? And some people are saying, like DA, why do they act for more than 3 months? So very interesting. And let's see what happens over there at the city of Joburg. The city of Joburg is a drama and a movie at the same time. Crazy movie drama. Then let me see if there's anything else I want to cover. Let's go and look at the Herald newspaper if they published. If they haven't published, we'll look at the Chronicle newspaper. So let's look at the Chronicle newspaper of Zimbabwe. All right, Zimbabwe Chronicle hasn't published. As usual, when Genfan is away, they sleep on the job. And let's see if Herald has published. So all these state newspapers just need to consolidate them, make one of them. You're wasting money with the editors who sleep until after 5. An editor must be up by 2 a.m. An editor must be up, not sleeping on the job. And that's not allowed. How are you going to sell news in this environment if you are still sleeping by 5? You are still sleeping in an editor. That's crazy. Right. That story I was telling you about is in the Metro newspaper. Go check it out. This is a beautiful story. I cannot believe it, guys. That is the biggest story today in Harare. If you want a proper wife, ane low mileage, go kunonzi kuzayoja. Apa. Look at that beautiful lady there. She is waiting for a man. And look at that lucky guy over here. Stanford, very happy with his new wife. That's amazing. So this is the Metro. Go and check it out. Amazing paper. And lots of nice order. This news is probably ordered. I like it. The guys are doing a great job. Let's see what else is trending. Let's go to Zambia. I haven't checked out Zambia for a long time. So let's look at the Zambian newspapers today. So as you know, President Hakainde Hichilema doing very, very well in Zambia. People love President Hakainde Hichilema. I love President Hakainde Hichilema. He's probably the best president, together with President Mnangagwa. These guys are serious. They don't mess around with their economies. They make it work. So in Zambia, there are 3 newspapers. So there's the Daily Nation, the Zambia Daily Mail, and the New York Times. I don't know why it's up here. The Daily Mail is saying Lungu is a failed statesman. That's what's in the Daily. I don't know why it's not showing you guys what I'm showing here. I'm probably stuck for some reason. So let's stop sharing and then we'll start again. So there is a big fight between Lungu and President Hakainde Hichilema because Lungu wants to come back and become president. After destroying the economy of Zambia, Lungu thinks he can still come back and become a president of Zambia. So there is something that Lungu said. So Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Chipoka Mulenga, says former President Edgar Lungu's allegation that corruption has worsened under UPND administration disappointing and not befitting a statesman. And then President Hakainde Hichilema has invited the sheikhs to boost medicine production. So that is President Hakainde Hichilema. What a beautiful suit. I wonder where he gets his suits. Mdara Murugu Gona Kuchena. Hakachena President Hakainde Hichilema. It's amazing. I like some people that I won't mention. Right, I think I've covered most of the stories. So let's go to Minnie, one of my favorite people. Minnie Baloy, what is she saying? So Minnie is saying, and has made an announcement, that Connie Ferguson is going to be guest of honor and a judge at the Miss Universe Zimbabwe 3rd edition. I think that's the 3rd edition of it. So go check it out at the Facebook page of Minnie. And now let's go to business in Zimbabwe. CAFCA has released their results in ZIG. I hate companies that produce their results in ZIG because it makes no sense. So now look at this. CAFCA has a revenue of 478 million ZIG. If you divide this by 30, this means they've made approximately 10 million in US dollars in revenue and about 1 million in operating profits. So their profit is about $1 million. That is CAFCA over here. Check it out on most of the newspapers. They're showing this news of CAFCA. Right, I think I've covered most of the stuff that I wanted to cover here. Obviously, these days I'm coming many, many times a day because I know that you rely on the news that will give you. So I'll try to be here again approximately within the next few hours. I'll be back to give you what is updating and what is happening. And obviously, please buy Yumve over here. Don't stop taking Yumve. 1 liter engine turns into 3 liters. One kickstarts, and you don't have to crank it. So all our gifts are still there. If you bought 2 packets, go and get your free packet. This packet, you can't get it. Even in South Africa, you won't get this. The Pro Wipes are amazing. If you buy a packet, you get a free jacket or a free blanket in Harare. And if you buy in South Africa, you get a free jacket. If you buy in the United Kingdom, you get a free packet of what you call Mazondo spice, a mixture of herbs that treat high blood pressure, diabetes, and certain cancers among men. So for me, every year, I do certain tests. So I just finished my prostate test. I just finished my some of my cancer tests. I do a lot of those tests every year. But herbs, if you're not eating herbs, and if you're not working out, as you get older, you see isusu 70 years, 80 years, chakamira straight. But you at 60 years, you'll be starting to slow down. Because it's harder to reverse than to prevent. So work hard, have herbs, and have a herbalist. So in I've got a herbalist that I deal with. Darawangu, I don't get my herbs in a factory. So our herbs, the only herbs in the country that come from a factory. So please buy them there and support the struggle. So support the struggle. Struggle. Yedu, we need a new system, and it's on digital people. We're going to fix the economy of our country. We're going to fix the health of our country. We're going to make you so much money. I told you guys under the new government, Chiwenga, you guys are going to be earning at least $1,500 a month. All of you, 1,500 a month. Every single Zimbabwean government. People will be scrambling to work in the government. Not that currently things are so bad in our country and things are about to change. Now let's recap what you said. We said Sengezo Tshabangu, his spokesman, obviously, Nqobizitha Mlilo, has said negotiations are currently in place going on to extend Mnangagwa's term and to have a GNU between Sengezo and Mnangagwa, where Sengezo will become the VP, similar to what happened when Morgan Tsvangirai became the Prime Minister of Zimbabwe, and the CCC will become a partner in the government. So there'll be no need to go to a referendum. It's going to happen through a parliamentary process. So watch out. We are entering another period where things are just going to be a drama. And for this one, I'm going to be in Zimbabwe. So when this process starts of voting for a GNU, I'm going to be in Zimbabwe so that we can cover everything that's happening. Inini guys, ndosvika, mchandoona pa Zimbabwe, ndotsika, anditye mazizi, anditye scarecrows, or paper tigers. If you say what I don't understand, that refers to you. Yeah, I don't know what is fight about, Mkoma Peter. And then let's see, open on news channel. Yes, everyone must open a news channel. And what else? I don't think Chiwenga is fine to muscle the cabal from the feeding trough. This is a very important statement that you've made there, Mkoma Tukani. You may not realize what you've just said. This is the most important statement that you've ever made. Mnangagwa is not going to live by himself. He's going to do everything in his power to stay in office. So let it be clear. Baba Bata, let it be clear. Abudi Munu, Mnangagwa, asina kupushwa. So eventually, you have to push him, Mnangagwa. It's not going to work to think Mnangagwa is going to just go. So eventually, you're going to have to push him. And the push won't be a soft push. It's like a poke so that it tips over. It's very weak. But if you're not careful, he's going to make sure that you take out first. Okay. Didn't you say Mnangagwa had ran away to Belarus I said, Mnangagwa, people say that he must stay in Belarus. I talked to a lot of security guys. They say Mnangagwa should just stay in Belarus. That's okay. Look at him here with the local council police. That is what they did. They spent all their time. Go to this park and that park. Mnangagwa Arkurevanu, Nenzara. Right, I think I've covered everything. Let me see if any of these guys have responded to my Herald Zimbabwe. Is it out? Yes. Jenfan has called you and told you, publish that newspaper right now. Otherwise, Ndokudzingai. Jenfan, Aman. Jenfan, I'll come and see you at your office. And there's later Bob. Right. Zimbabwe secures deals to reform hospitals. I saw him talking about this yesterday. And Mnangagwa over here. Do you see that Mnangagwa has got a new haircut? Do you guys see that? Let's see his shoes. No, we can't see his shoes. I'll look for Mnangagwa's shoes. In Mnangagwa, I know him like the back of my head. I look at Mnangagwa. I spend like an hour looking at him like this, just thinking, what's going on in this man's head? So Mnangagwa had a new haircut. And as I showed you, the meetings, Alexander Lukashenko, that is the president of Belarus. And you can see Jenfan there. He looks very nice without a scarf. He looks like a person now without a scarf. I don't know why he wears a scarf. It makes no sense. And then, obviously, this newspaper is very big. Maranatha Christian University. Guys, if you want to be a vice chancellor, here is a job. Maranatha Christian University. Whose university is this? Maranatha. Tell me in the comments if you know whose university is Maranatha. They are looking for a vice chancellor, registrar, dean of students. These are massive positions. Go over here and you have one of the best jobs. The NDP is looking for a proposal to implement a consortia. So go check it out. Buy the Herald newspaper. It's got a lot of stuff in there. Let's see about ZBC. Internal auditors, there's nothing to audit, guys. Don't waste your time at the what you call ZBC. What an amazing newspaper. Delta has also produced their results. Go check them out inside of the Herald newspaper. Their revenue is about 800,000 for the first quarter. So this is the first quarter. Let's see. Yes, this is the first quarter results over here. Sorry, this is a year for the year ended 31 March. That is shockingly low revenue here. I cannot believe Delta had a revenue of $1 million. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken, maybe the billion. Yes, there are zeros there. So this is almost $1 billion. Yes, that makes sense now. So Delta, about $1 billion, similar to Chicken Inn. Those guys who run Chicken Inn in scope. So we've got two companies now that are almost making $1 billion. That is Delta and INSCO. So go check out the results for Delta inside of the Herald newspaper. Big story in there. And what else do we have here? I don't see any spot. I don't know why they don't have spot here. I'm sorry, guys, for moving this screen so fast. Right. So this is Young Mighty Warriors in record win. So 12-2. That is Zimbabwe and Lesotho. You know Scanave soccer. Kuti say kana usana kuziva zvinhu soccer uya ndikupe mubve hauzivi zvinoitika nevasikana vesoccer. Right, I think this is amazing. Good job, Jenfan. You made a call and these guys published the newspaper. Atidi vanhu vari nyope. Sekuru vedu vagambakwe. Taimuka isusu 3 o'clock. Teta kuto rima munda wedu na Gambakwe, the young Gambakwe, not the great Gambakwe. Our grandfathers, they were the great Gambakwe, and then there was Maimboti. Maimboti was my grandfather. I spent so much time with Udara. Time Kamaksenseni, Chinori Munda, and we learned a lot from him. He was a great manager at the farms. So Kubikita, there is a farm rinonzi Devure, and next to that ndokunana Mnangagwa ana mafidi. Handisi kuti ndiani akatora farm iri rekuDevure, but I think ana mafidi ndo vakaritora. So there in that farm rekuDevure, ana mudhara vedu, vana sekuru vedu, they had their land near kuDevure. Varungu vakauya vakadzinga vanhu vese vaigara muDevure vakagadzira farm ravo. So ndokunana mafidi, there is a lot of money in that area, and you see planes just flying in and out of that area. There's also some special stones that have been discovered in that area. However, some Chinese guys came there and tried to harvest those precious stones. Some things that they cannot see chased them so badly that they left. That is a land inoera, kunoera kumusha kwedu kubikita. And my field knows it very well. Now let's look at the Chronicle newspaper. Did I sort of like lose track there thinking about my village? Guys, I need to go home. I am losing track thinking about my village. So there is Mnangagwa with the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko. What I like about the Europeans, they've got these big old buildings. Like when I arrived in Switzerland, I was shocked. There is no space between any building. So as you're walking, there is the pavement where you're walking, and you can't find any space in the cities. And then you're just walking, you see a cemetery in the middle of town. It makes no sense to me. And then you see to a scanner to my room. It's shocking. So there's the story from Minnie. You can see she says here, Makokoba Spirit Shines in Miss Universe Zimbabwe finalist Samkele Dlamini. Some of the most beautiful women are from Bulawayo. I don't think there's a place on earth with the beautiful women like the girls from Bulawayo. Check it out. She's amazing. So go check out the Chronicle newspaper. Amazing newspaper over here. And I'm going to see if we can see the special guest. She's going to come from South Africa. How much do you pay such a person to come to Zimbabwe? Because she's extremely rich herself. So does she do it for free or you have to pay? Because if you have to pay, it must be extremely expensive to bring Connie Ferguson to Zimbabwe. Right, I think I've covered everything. Let's see if Chamisa is tweeted again overnight. Chamisa is going to become very important in the new government. Yana Chiwenga, I've got no doubt about it. Okay, he has not tweeted anything new. And I think, let's see if President Dumaboko has tweeted. President Dumaboko has met, what an amazing picture. This is the second time this is happening. So go to President Dumaboko's Facebook, you're going to see that he has met with one of the most popular men in the world. So that is Dr. Agnes Lekanyane at Agnes ZCC. So courtesy visit from Bishop Dr. Agnes Lekanyane of St. Agnes ZCC. So they met. This man, when you meet him, you have to remove your shoes. He's very, very holy. He's the holiest man, and he's followed by thousands of people. So go check it out at President Dumaboko's Facebook page. This is where he runs the government from his Facebook page. Right, so it's amazing, Dumaboko over here. However, one person that is making me sad is Ezra. He is engaged in a serious fight. That makes no sense. And I think he needs to change. So you saw this one, which I showed you about the sheikhs visiting President Dumaboko. So a lot happening in our region. Investors come to Zambia. Investors come to Botswana. But Imimi President Wenyu spends the whole time wandering from Russia to Belarus to all sorts of strange countries and comes back with nothing. Anodzoka, empty-handed. Mnangagwa, Arkura Vanhu, Nenzara. Right, I think I've covered everything. Let's look at a few more comments before I go. Gambakwe, do you think Sengezo will become a vice president? I don't think so. No, it's not lies. This is what is happening. Mnangagwa has failed with his plan to go through a referendum. So they're now going to go through parliament. So in parliament, the opposition is Sengezo. So Sengezo will probably have either a prime minister post or a vice president post. That is why we're saying, go to the Newsday newspaper and check it out. This is the second week this is running. And then Gabakwe, which has Lura and BP, are too young to fight a professional like ED. I'll never fight ED. ED, the sekuru vangu. Ndikavapa one chema tsenganzungu. Kutamba hangu mdara Mnangagwa. Andipi chema tsenganzungu. Kutamba hangu, I will never fight ED. ED is gone. I think ED, I didn't hate Gambakwe feelings. Never. I'll never be hurt by... okay, I told you guys I'll never go into government. Never, ever. Let it be clear that I'll never go into government. I'm focused on homecoming. The things that we're going to do is Chiwenga Achingo Pinda. I'm going to go to Chiwenga and talk to him. And we want to create a homecoming program once Zimbabweans come home. So the only job that I'll be doing is homecoming. And I promise you, whenever I'm going to open up government and they've started to tarnish my image, I won't go into government, guys. You'll never see me in government. Also, I think the group Nyokayemabhunu, something has happened again. There are people who are posting here things that don't make sense again. So I don't know if you saw last night at 21:12, someone posted something about Gambakwe that makes no sense at all. So go and check it out. We said Nyokayemabhunu's first wife was killed. I talk to Nyokayemabhunu's wife every day. So why would I say Nyokayemabhunu's wife was killed? The one that is there now. So it doesn't make sense. I talk to her. Like I can literally WhatsApp her now and I'll talk to her. It makes no sense to say with Gambakwe said Nyokayemabhunu's wife was killed. There is a court application, a bail application, which clearly said which wife was killed in 2018, and I said it. So someone must control what is being posted here. People are starting to post garbage. It's bad. What is happening? We don't want our group, which was built again from scratch, to become what it's becoming. Now, we want Mudzingwa, we want Uyu Saruwaka. Those two guys are calm. The rest of the guys in Ngambo Mira poster. Waru posters just Nabasa. And they are also bringing confusion. What they posted about Saruwaka yesterday makes no sense. So I don't know if these guys have lost control. I will talk to them today and see if they've lost control of the group or what. Because it makes no sense what they're being posted, what they posted yesterday. It's like in the afternoon, it was clearly a problem. Can we have a link for the group? Let me give you a link. Now, let's do it now. Guys, technology is amazing. What I'm doing now, in the past, you would have had to be a big company like Zimpapers to do it. Now, Gambakwe is doing things that ZBC is failing to do. Mbava. For ZBC, but Mbava, guys. Murukta Zagita news bulletin. Yesterday, they failed to do the news bulletin. That was shocking. They're trying to implement a new system, and that thing failed. Just call me. I will do it for you for 2 seconds for free. Like Nokpai link, monitor without any. So I'm trying to find the Nyokayemabhunu link here for you guys so that I can put it in the comment sections. So let's see if I can do it. One of the most popular groups in Zimbabwe. This group is now bigger than Chamisa. I cannot believe it. The young guys are organizing themselves and it's amazing. So Muga click at that group, that link. Okay, let's see. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. So if you want to follow the Nyokayemabhunu channel, go over, click on that link that I've just provided you. You'll get it over there. But guys, get control over this group. Mkoba Alex says Mbava Gambakwe Chigananda. Nakabi nai Alex unobirwe iwe kamwana kako kanopfeka ma slippers. Va slippers racho 1 rakadambuka kaya ke kubheki. Zinzoro. Right? People love it when I say Zinzoro. I just do it for you guys. Zinzoro. But Gambakwe just answered the question before you drop off. How can a president already gone appointing as a VP? There are 2 processes. So going of Mnangagwa is not a 1-day process. So Mkoma said, let me answer you. Mnangagwa's going has happened. What is left is the process. So while he's going, you're going to see him doing a lot of things. It's like when someone is drowning, he's going to flip around. That is what Mnangagwa was doing. It's terrible what Mnangagwa was doing with Sengezo. But Chiwenga is soon going to be president. You're going to see it within the next, let me give you a short time. Within the next 8 weeks, Chiwenga is going to be president. And it's going to happen very quickly. Mudara uyu ari kuBelarus achadona zvosemesa, like achadona zvine mutsindo zviri legendary, achadona zviri legendary. Mnangagwa, just wait and see. And by the way, before I go, don't forget at 5 we all meet here. We want to watch Tendai BT, and eventually we want to create a proper platform for our guys in Zimbabwe. So my job is very big, to create a media that will make everything clear, because at the moment things are not clear. So we want to create a media that makes everything clear. I want you guys to know everything that's happening, because without Gambakwe, you were not going to know that this guy was abducted and jailed. Vanhu vakambozama, zvikananda zvakazama kuti Gambakwe is lying. They tried, but they failed. Mudara uyu, Mudara Geza, we pushed him from day one. And when Blessed Mhlanga was arrested, we pushed. And you saw me in Zambia, you saw me in Botswana. We want a media that is 100% effective. So, guys, let's make this happen. And Chiwenga achingopinda, ndichataura naye Chiwenga, all of you, muchaita mari notyisa. You're going to have so much money. Atidi zva Mnangagwa, under Mnangagwa, no one makes money. That's the problem. Ndakambotaura vakomana ana Sean kuti problem ya Mnangagwa is no one is making money. Unongofamba neuyu Delish na Sekuru Masuka and a few group, small group yavanhu. That's not enough. We need someone who's going to come and make everyone make money. If you are making money, no one is going to bother you. Unogara uchita president kana 2040 unosvika atina basa newe. But the problem ya Mnangagwa is on top yekunetsa vanhu nekusunga vanhu. Right now we got 90 people in jail for no reason. He's also making everyone hungry. And people are dying. Look at this death ya Moto and Combine. So painful. People are dying on the roads. There's no day in Zimbabwe when people don't die on the roads, because they're not fixed. There is so much opportunity, privatize everything, and the country will do well. But no, Mnangagwa doesn't do it. I think the guy in Mirin does it a heart attack because of Mnangagwa. Right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. It's been amazing, guys. Support us and let us all work together. Yes, Gambakwe, Mbavai information. Yes, Chigananda, information. It's Gambakwe. Gambakwe wakati unotaura nemati ose and you are not aligned to all nezuro. Yes, I talk to all the sides. But let me tell you about Chiwenga. So Chiwenga, he's got, let's say, 99% of the army, police, secret service, war veterans. Saka, what in Dweta was say, Amana? Dweta was say, God support him, Darawu. He's a man of God. Let's see what he's going to do. Tumboza Mazimwe. That's what I said to you. Let's try something different. And as I said, Darawu, look what he's done to this department. He makes it work. Everything works where he goes. Those are the kind of people that we want. People who are active. Okay, 45 minutes. I'm talking longer than Makandiwa. And did you see what Lulu posted? Let's see Lulu. Is it Lulu or Mwacho Sonja? I think of the two wives, Sonja is probably the hottest. She's amazingly hot. She's hot. Adopisa Semoto. Let's see what Wikino posted. So comparing even to Pawakazi too, I think Wikino Kanariga Anobos Funga Papa, I lost out. In I kind of like, I like Uyu Sonja. I think Anenaro Sonja. So she is much more exciting. And she says she's in Abu Dhabi or UAE. So if you're in UAE, she's single, go over there and make it happen. In fact, we've sent Mve to UAE, we've sent it to Qatar, we've sent it to New York, Canada. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. Let's say midday, and a good day to you all.